Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a review. We're doing a viewer request. There we go. From JT Villain. He wanted Amon Amarth to be reviewed. So we're gonna get right to that, and we're starting with One Cent from the Golden Hole. This is going to fantastic. Really solid album with Ride for Vengeance, The Dragon's Flight Across the Waves, Without Fear, Victorious March, Friends of the Sun Cross. Every track on here is really good. From the opener to the title track, I also like Amon Amarth and Abandoned as well. The only thing about this is the production's a little rough. It kind of gives off like early black metal production. Kind of like, think like Bathory, more like that thrash black metal production, honestly. More than like some like Mayhem, for example. You know what I mean? Kind of more like Bathory. Still, really good though. Really enjoyable stuff, but I just think they outdo themselves in every way possible with the next album, The Avenger. This album is going to perfection. I really love this album, from the opener Bleed for Ancient Gods all the way to the closer of Legend of a Banished Man. But yeah, you also have Metal Wrath, God is Son and Holy Whore, Avenger, North Sea Storm, The Last with Pagan Blood. I also appreciate this for only being like 38, 40 minutes. Very tight, very consistent, very to the point. It comes in, it kicks down the door, it blasts your ears. It's just a banger from beginning to end. Perfection worthy album. But next up we have The Crusher. And this is a bit of a step down. It's going to amazing. Not bad or anything, it's just they slow stuff down. Masters of a Lying Breed is still a good track. Same with Masters of War and The Sound of Eight Hooves and Risen from the Sea. Every track on here is still pretty good. It's just not as good as the last two, at least in my opinion. I also like Eyes of Horror and Releasing Suture's Fire as well. But next up we have Versus the World. And this album is going to the top of fantastic. Excuse me. Really solid opener with Death and Fire. For the Stab Wounds in Our Back is a solid track. Where Silent Gods Stand Guard is a great track. Same with Versus the World. Across the Rainbow Bridge. Down the Slopes of Death. Thousand Year Oppression is still great. I also like Bloodshed and Soon the World Will Cease to Exist. Really strong album. It's just, there is the occasional point like For the Stab Wounds in Our Back and Thousand Years of Oppression where it's not perfect, very close. This album is almost as strong as The Avenger, but I just think they have better, once again. And next up we have, one second please, Fate of Norns, or Fate of Norns. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, Fate of Norns. This album, I originally had it at fantastic, but it got beat out, so it's going to the top of amazing. Solid opener with an ancient sign of coming storm, and where death seems to dwell, Fate of Norns, the pursuit of Vikings, Valkyrie's ride, the beheading of a king, arson, once sealed in blood. A very solid album. I also appreciate this for being a little bit more tight and consistent. It's not their best, but it is still a really great album. Still worth checking out. But now, we're getting into the meat of it with Odin on our side. This album, this is the big boy. This is going to the top of perfection, even above The Avenger. Listening to this album just makes me feel like I can lift up the entire world on my shoulders. I'm not even joking. Like from Valhalla awaits me, to Runes to My Memory, to Aster, to Himrod's Ride to Hell, Loki's Treachery Part 1, Gods of War Arise, the title track, Cry of the Blackbirds, Under the Northern Star, Prediction of Warfare. Just this whole thing rips from beginning to end. 10 out of 10 album, perfection. Check this album out. Please check this album out. This is one of the best melodic death metal albums you will ever hear. And now we get to Twilight of the Thunder God. Everything I said about With Odin on Our Side can also be said about this album. I think I prefer With Odin to slightly over Twilight, but it's very close. 10 out of 10 opener with Twilight of Thunder God, Free Will Sacrifice, Guardians of Asgard, Where's Your Guard, Baggers of Milkguard, I think? Tattered Banners and Bloody Flags, No Fear for the Setting Sun, The Hero, Live for the Kill, Embrace the Endless Ocean. 10 out of 10 album. Perfection. I love this thing. Almost, like, seriously, these two can alternate between With Odin on Our Side and Twilight of the Thunder God. You can alternate these two for your number one, but these two must listen for melodic death metal, and I stand by that. Next up, we have Suture Rising. Or Suture? Suture? Is that how you pronounce it? Is it Suture or Suture? I don't know. This album is going to amazing. Hold on. There we go. Solid opener with War of the Gods. That is a fantastic track. However, though, Loki's Treachery Part 2 does let me down just a little bit. Not as good as Part 1. Destroyer of the Universe is a fantastic track, though. Slaves of Fear is a decent track. Same with Live Without Regrets, The Last Stand of Fridge, For Victory or Death, and Wrath of the Norseman. A Beast Am I is a fantastic track. Doom Over Dead Man is a great track. Aerials, this is a System of a Down cover, by the way, and it is so much fun. Like, I just get the... I just laughed my ass off listening to this. It's corny, it's maybe a little dumb, but it is so much fun. Like, just bust out your grog nozzle and just have fun to this track. That's all I have to say. Next up, we have Deceiver of the Gods. And this album is going to fantastic. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Even above One Cent from the Golden Hall. Excellent opener with the title track. I also really like As Loki Falls and Father of the Wolf and Shapeshifter. Under Siege is a decent track. Blood Eagle is a fantastic track. Same with Resell the Story. Hell is a decent track. I actually like the clean vocals. That's a change that I appreciate. I also like Coming of the Tide and Warriors of the North as well. Fantastic album, just not as good as their top 3 in my opinion. Next up we have Jom's Viking. And unfortunately, this is where we hit a little bit of a downfall. This is going to great. Solid opener with First Kill and Wanderer. On the Sea of Blood is a fantastic track. I also like One Against All. Raise Your Horns is fun. Once again, bust out your grog nozzle or your horns and just drink. I also like The Way of the Vikings, At Dawn's First Light, 1,000 Burning Arrows, Vengeance is My Name, A Dream That Cannot Be, and Back on Northern Shores. Good album. Great album, honestly, but it's not as good as the last several we've done. And next up we have The Berserker. Now, I'll be honest with you. I expected this album to honestly kind of suck from what I've heard from other reviewers, but I was pleasantly surprised. I actually think this is a good album. Still the weakest of the discography, but it's solid. Like Father's Gold, Crack the Sky, Mjolnir, Hammer of Thor, Shield Wall, Valkyria, Raven's Flight, Ironside, The Berserker at Stamford Bridge, When Once Again We Can Set Our Sails, Skull and Haiti, Wings of Eagles, and Into the Dark. Oh, decent tracks. This is a good album. I was fully expecting this to waste my time, but no, I was pleasantly surprised. This was a good album. Worth checking out, in my opinion. At least once. It's worth checking out at least once, in my opinion, just to see if you like it. Next up, we have The Great Heathen Army. Or The Great Heathen Army. This album is going to... Great tier. Solid opener with Get in the Ring in the title track. I also like Hydron and Odin Owns You All and Find a Way or Make One. Dawn of Norsemen, Satsons and Vikings, Skygirl Rides With Me. The Serpent's Tail is also solid. Very solid album. I would put this at great tier. It's still not as good as everything before Jom's Viking, but it's a relatively solid and fun album. But that's my list. Tell me your Amon Amarth ranking in the comments below. I would greatly appreciate that. Tell me your favorite tracks by Amon Amarth. Tell me if I got it right. Tell me if I got it wrong. If you like what you see here, feel free to drop a like. And if you want to see more, feel free to drop a subscribe. I usually post videos once a week. Next week, we'll probably be doing my favorite band of all time with Killswitch Engage, just to give you a little bit of hype for that. But that should do it. But in my opinion, though, please check out With Odin on Our Side, Twilight of Thunder God, and The Avenger. Those are like 3 albums you must hear before you die, in my opinion. But that should do it. I'll see all of you next time. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, a great weekend, and a great week. I'll see all of you next week.